Bills Mafia, I hear you. I would not have traded with the Kansas City Chiefs. If I'm the Buffalo Bills, I'm not doing anything to help the team that has knocked me out of 3 of the last 4 playoffs and is arguably the sole reason that we haven't won a Super Bowl in the McDermott-Allen era. But if you take the emotion out of it and you think it through, this was actually a brilliant draft by Buffalo Bills general manager Brandon Beane. Unlike the Falcons, where even the team owner doesn't have a clear picture of how they're moving forward or what the plan is, the Bills were very deliberate in this draft. As a team with just under $3 million in cap space, the Bills knew that after all the players they had to cut to save money this offseason, they were going to need to make the most out of this draft. They were going to have to replace those key players with rookies, but they also couldn't really afford a first-round pick. So if you're the Bills, what do? They trade back the 28th overall pick to the Kansas City Chiefs for the 32nd overall pick. Once again, not the ideal trade partner given the history, but it made sense because they went on to flip that 32nd overall pick to the Panthers to move just 1 pick back to the 2nd round, where it's much cheaper to get a player than in the 1st round. Let's get specific. The Bills traded out of the 28th overall pick with the Chiefs. The Chiefs used that pick on wide receiver Xavier Worthy. That contract, according to Spotrac, is going to be worth up to $13.54 million. The Bills traded again with the Panthers. The Panthers also went wide receiver, selecting Xavier Legette. That rookie contract, according to Spotrac, is going to be worth up to $12.14 million. 1 pick later, the Bills also go wide receiver, but they select Keon Coleman. That contract is going to be worth up to $9.92 million. So from the 28th pick to the 33rd pick, the Bills saved about $4 million and still got a wide receiver, filling a need for them after Stephon Diggs forced his way out of Buffalo earlier this month. The Bills also addressed other key losses from this offseason. This offseason, the Bills cut safety Jordan Poyer, but drafted Cole Bishop. They cut cornerback Tre'Davious White, but drafted Daquan Hardy. They cut center Mitch Morse, but drafted Cedric Van Pran Granger. They cut running back Nyheim Hines, but drafted Ray Davis. The Bills also added some depth and options to their offensive line with Tylen Grable and Travis Clayton. Von Miller will get some help on the defensive line with Dwayne Carter and Javon Solomon. I'm seeing a lot of negativity about the Bills trading with the Chiefs, and yeah, I get it, but when you look at it as a whole, the Bills might have just had the best draft of anybody this year. Don't get me wrong, I love what the Bears did. They drafted the guy who they believe to be their franchise quarterback with the 1st overall pick. And then at number 9, they jumped on Rome Odunze, giving them some serious depth at wide receiver. You realize their receiving core is going to include DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, and Rome Odunze. This as a result of the Falcons shocking the entire NFL by going quarterback with the number 8 overall pick, just a month removed from giving Kirk Cousins a $180 million contract. The Seahawks also had a solid draft, upgrading the line on both sides of the ball, while adding some depth to their secondary as well, but they're up here in the Pacific Northwest, so sports media won't talk about that. But I would make the argument that the Bills had the best draft. They came into the draft with 10 picks. They left having made 11 selections. They came into the draft with their last pick being the 228th overall pick. They left the draft selecting at 221st. They gained an additional 5th round pick. And once again, while this has been a rough offseason for the Bills, following the embarrassing way that they exited the playoffs, losing to the Chiefs again, this time at home, and then having to cut good players because they couldn't afford them, and then having to deal with the Stephon Diggs drama, this guy Twitter Xing disparaging things about Josh Allen, or at least alluding to disparaging things about Josh Allen. And then it was reported that after the week 1 loss to the Jets, Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen had a blow up in the locker room. After all of that, the Bills have this draft, bringing in a ton of young talent. Look, this draft could bring some much needed fresh air for a Buffalo Bills team that I do think will always be a contender as long as Josh Allen is playing quarterback for them. But let me know what you think in the comments section below. I want to know, do you think the Bills had the best draft? Who do you think had a better draft? What do you think of this whole Falcons thing with them drafting Michael Penix Jr.? That's insane. Let me know what you think. I'll reply to as many comments as I can. I love talking football with you guys. If you like the content, please like and subscribe, and I will make sure to get you more content soon. I'm going to try and get through a lot of videos over the next day and a half, addressing a lot of different things that happened in this draft. So please like and subscribe and turn on those notifications so that you don't miss a thing. I'll catch you guys next time.